Isolation day 87, Saturday the 13th of June. Hope you're all well and you're looking after yourselves. What I wanted to talk to you about today actually was Medtronic. Now, I've been on the Medtronic 640G insulin pump for, as you know, for just over 4 years. So I'm out of the warranty period. It's the only pump I've ever had. Before that, my view about pumps was, well, why the hell do I want a pump? Why do I want anything attached to me? Because I would be completely reliant upon it. Even though I was reliant on the pen's very discreet. It's not in your pocket at all times. You can leave it in the office and walk back to it at lunchtime. You can leave it in the car. You can, at times I did leave it at home and have to go and pick it up again. But with the insulin pump, you attach 24 hours a day. The major difference is sleep, actually, which is strange to a certain extent, but it's just that you have it in bed with you. And with MDI, multiple daily injections, you don't have it in bed with you. You may have it alongside the bed, but you don't have it with you. I don't want to take anything away from Medtronic. It has, without a shadow of a doubt, been a fantastic bit of kit to have. And the CGM alongside it is invaluable. Yes, I rely upon it a bit too much, as you saw, let's say 30 or 40 videos ago. But the reality is, they're a complete game changer for people. The reason I wanted to talk about Medtronic today was because there was recently a letter that was sent out to everyone with a 640G pump. And that letter said that there was a fault. And the fault is with this part of the pump, okay, with the plastic bit at the top. And what was happening was it was breaking and it was cracking. And the reality was, because that's where the insulin goes, it was causing problems, in so much as it wouldn't be waterproof, but it was also, the side effect of it breaking and cracking was that it would give you more insulin. And obviously Medtronic, being Medtronic and any care provider as such, very diligently wrote to everyone and said, you need to change your pump. I was under the impression I couldn't do so because I'm outside of the warranty period. Fortunately, on a Sunday night, which is this evening, I get on a Zoom call with a group of guys from predominantly from the US and a couple of other guys from the UK. We are all type 1. We talk about pumps, CGMs. We talk about a whole world of other stuff that is outside of being diabetic as well. They informed me a couple of weeks ago that I can get a replacement 640G pump. At the time, I thought, well, actually, I don't need to. I'm going to be changing it at some point. I'm quite happy with the pump. I'm not too concerned about it being cracked at the moment. I think my bloods are okay. Now, as you've seen, my bloods have been very low consistently, and I've only attributed that to the Mastering Diabetes diet. I gave Medtronic a call and I spoke to them, and they were very kind and they were very helpful, and they, I cannot sing their praises enough. They said, look, just because you're outside of the warranty period does not negate the fact that we have a responsibility to give you a working pump. So here is my old pump that I've been using. It's still got its battery in it, still working, and I disconnected this today and I reconnected a entirely new pump, and you can see this has the difference between the two. This one, the old one, has the plastic around the edge. This one is built in. So I started the new pump. Now, as I say, that's fantastic from Medtronic. I'm really happy. It doesn't mean I still can't change my pump. What it means is they've recognised their responsibility and they're absolutely standing up. And what I would say, just as a big shout out to them, they had that pump with me within 3-4 hours. So I phoned, I spoke to someone, and it was delivered to my door within 4 hours. That is fan-bloody-tastic, isn't it? Let's be honest. So big shout out to Medtronic tonight for being awesome. What I would also say is, because I've changed pumps, it instantly brings up concerns, and in my mind, as per usual, I try to look at all angles, and I'm sitting here wondering, blimey, does Was there an issue with my old pump? Was that the reason why I was going so low so often? So over the next couple of days, we're going to bloody tell, aren't we? Because you know, although I have made some more changes to my background insulin, my basal insulin, I'll give you a full update of the last week tomorrow, and I will tell you exactly where I am tomorrow with my background insulin, because I've reduced it even further because I'm still managing to go low. So that's all I really wanted to talk about tonight. A big thank you to Medtronic for being pretty awesome in this respect, and I cannot fault you guys. That was incredible service, and thanks to the guys on the Zoom call, Bolus Maximus. And if anyone else is watching this and you're type 1 and you're male, I don't want to exclude any women, but this this Zoom call, I'll put the Zoom login details. 11 p.m. Sunday night every week, a group of us get together, and there's a good number of us now. Yeah, feel free to join us. It's just a chat really. There's two other guys from the UK that join, Liam and Dan from the Talking Type 1 podcast. So a pretty impressive group of people actually, all been type 1 for a significant period of time. I think I've been the type 1 the longest. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? Makes you feel very old, kind of. In many ways it makes you feel a bit more experienced actually, so it's not too bad. But over the next couple of days I'm going to have to track the bloods just as much as I have been, no more, no less, and we'll see whether my blood sugars are going high, and maybe that could be attributable to the old pump. I bloody hope not, because I'm basing all of my conclusions on the fact that it wasn't the pump giving me too much insulin for obvious reasons. Have a good night, look after yourselves. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers.